this new culture is coming is a hybrid culture. There's a human and also the AI are working together to solve a certain problem or certain actually the issue. AI agent will try to divide the target in every day or every hour, and based on that, it will try to achieve it. Maybe we got this idea actually from the iRobot. Actually, they have a 3 rule.
Welcome to another episode of AI First podcast. Today we'll be discussing about Eyaana and the vision for the next 5 years. Today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Rajib Roy, who is the CEO of Eyaana. Welcome to the show, Mr. Rajib. Mr. Rajib, you are a very tech enthusiastic person, very innovative person. So, where do you see Eyaana going in the next 5 years? What's on the horizon? What are the kind of things you are looking at implementing?
We are looking lots of things. I can't tell everything. Even we are looking for to build our own robot also. But that's not the ideal thing.
Okay.
The recently what we are actually working on, one is actually the virtual assistant, which is coming very soon. In the next year, it will come up, and all the incoming phone calls from the mobile phone or the land phone, Eyaana is going to handle it, and that will be more advanced way we are trying to do it, so that actually the whole job can be done with a very smoothly. Even if you are in a crowd or we are in a multiple people are talking at the same time, our Eyaana can detect it. So that's actually in a very last stage we are working on, and that's why I told you that our virtual assistant that will be really looking good, and the lip sync and other thing we are actually working on those kind of part, and few other things actually is also in the pipeline. You can see actually when those are coming.
Okay. So you gave us a little bit of a teaser about virtual intelligence. So a lot has been going on around visual intelligence. The iPhone came out with some new
Yeah.
features, wherein if you look at certain icons, it goes and selects those things. So are you trying to implement this visual intelligence kind of a thing into the solution?
Yes, one is the virtual agent. Virtual agent means that so they are look and face actually exactly like a human. You can create by yourself also,
Okay.
and that behave like one. And one is the visual intelligence. So at this moment, whenever you are chatting with anyone or you are talking with any agent, at that time they are not actually look at your face, but if human and a one human to another human are talking to each other, they look their face and they understand what they're feeling. Yeah, they don't need to express with their voice or their sound. They can see with their face, right? So that's the one is very important what I'm feeling. And we are building the sentimental analysis at the beginning. At this moment also we have it. So in future that will also work based on your face actually, how you actually reacting for each element, and whenever people actually asking the question how you reacting it, based on that it will work. And that's the special work we are actually working on now.
hmm And you spoke about virtual assistants as well.
Mhm.
Uh, what are these virtual assistants? Will they be some AI agents with special avatars? What is it?
Yeah, so the AI agent what we have now at this moment, so they
Okay.
are going to be the virtual agent.
Okay.
So the same AI agent, it will not be something different. So if people want to do only a normal chatting, at that time the normal AI agent will come,
Mm-hmm.
but there will be. So I told you that okay, new way of chat is coming up. When the virtual agent will come up, immediately you can actually talk with the virtual agent.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to see some face actually, some familiar face, and that face can be branded. Suppose each company can make their own branded face, branded agent,
Mm-hmm.
and with that agent you can actually talk. So that's our virtual agent is coming out.
So it's going to be more in like a video format,
Yeah,
wherein they will be able to speak directly
yeah, it's a real
with.
time. It's a real time. Whatever you are asking the question, our AI chatbot is giving a response, right? Instead of that one, it is actually the virtual assistant with a human
Mm-hmm.
face. It will give the response.
Okay.
Mhm.
Also, speaking in what is coming up, there's a culture going on of hybrid workspaces.
Mhm.
So, Metaverse came up with a similar solution wherein they have a hybrid workspace.
Mhm.
So, what are your thoughts on that? And do you see anything has Eyaana has to do with this?
Yeah, so we build our own video and audio calling platform. The
Mm-hmm.
main reason behind, we can use actually the suppose Google Meet or Zoom, anything actually we can integrate it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to build it actually from the scratch. So we spend our time to build it. The reason actually, so in future, suppose four-person are talking to each other on the
Mm-hmm.
video call, maybe one person is actually one of our virtual assistant. So
Okay.
what happened in that case? So that agent has a huge amount of information. So suppose I am actually adding my accountant virtual assistant. So what happened? Our business actually all accounting information I can get it from there. So what happened whenever we are discussing, that actually help us actually to to flow to get the data to inform us that actually what is the next. So it's actually huge advantage. So that's actually now at this moment hybrid the working environment we know it, right? So someone actually working from the home, someone is working from the office, and we know in UAE actually multicultural offices,
Mm-hmm.
there are different people actually from different culture. But now this new culture is coming is a hybrid culture. There's a human and also the AI are working together to solve
Mm.
a certain solution, certain problem or certain actually the issue.
Okay, so it's so in a similar sense, so it's going to be providing real time assistance
Yep.
on the video calls.
Yes.
It will know the context of what you're speaking,
Exactly.
and it will suggest you, or it will advise you on whatever you're asking
Mm-hmm.
on, and it's going to be like an assistant, like an actual assistant on the calls.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
That's really interesting. And in our previous episode, Mr. Rajib, you mentioned something about sales targets
Yeah.
for the AI agents.
Yes.
So this is something interesting.
Okay.
So there are targets for sales agents, human agents,
Mm-hmm.
salespeople. Most of them have their
Mm-hmm.
targets. So how are you going to implement AI with targets? And what if they don't achieve it?
uh what you can do is if you don't achieve it, you need to send him a more training, more session. You
Okay.
can punish him also. Uh, so how AI is actually is working at this moment, the first of all, it is actually reinforcement training. Whatever we are saying, suppose if you are doing some certain job, you will get some rewarded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is getting rewarded. So the same way we also train our AI agent as a rewarded model. So in that rewarded model, what we are doing, so you can set a goal that okay, every end of the month you have to send at least 100 proposal,
Mm-hmm.
or at least you have to set 200 goal 200 meeting end of the month, right? So that's actually the certain target. So whenever you are saying that okay, there is a target is there, AI agent will try to fulfill that target. So what AI agent will do, AI agent will try to divide the target in every day or every hour, and based on that it will try to achieve it. So whenever you are setting this thing, any customer comes up, it just try to convince them to go for a meeting, or to buy a item, or to send a proposal. So this kind of thing it will try to actually implement. If it is not doing this thing, in that case the system knows it is not done. So it will automatically remind it internally that okay, you haven't done it, you need to do it, you need to do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it, then it is getting a reward, a technical reward, means in a electrical format, something, some reward we are giving. So it will be neutralized, it will not try to actually convince more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way actually working. But what we see actually, whenever you set a target, suppose you need to do a 50, and that's the goal of the month. Once it's achieved that 50, after that it will not try to achieve anything more, it will be more neutrally start talking with you.
Mm-hmm.
So our we are recommending the customer just set the target, check actually the first month how it is doing. If it is failing, in that case it need to come to us. We will actually check that okay, why it is failing to achieve the goal. So we will actually train it more and make sure that okay, it is achieving the goal. Once it's achieved the first goal, from there it can learn itself that okay,
Mm-hmm.
how it achieves that goal. And based on that, the next month performance will be much better than the previous month, because it's
Mm-hmm.
already learned from the success. Yeah. That success can be its own success, it can be some human success, some all the success information it can learn. And what we suggest the customer that okay, set the higher goal for the next month, and more higher goal for the for after that month. So this is the way you can actually make sure that okay, your AI agent is actually more trained up and more actually goal oriented.
It's similar to how a small baby, when they just start to talk,
Mhm.
so that period of them learning, it takes them a lot of time for their first words.
Yes.
But soon, within 1 2 3 months, they are speaking full sentences.
Exactly.
So it's similar to that, wherein if they achieve their targets once, they learn from that,
Yeah.
and it's much more faster from there on.
Exactly. In a business case, if you can say that okay, whenever any company is hiring a salesperson, you can see that okay, their first month target is actually very less,
Mhm.
or maybe they are not giving any target because that time they need to be
Mhm.
learned. And after that first 3 month, actually quarterly target is actually less, and the second quarter target is actually higher. So
Mhm.
the same, exactly the same way we are also treating the agent.
Mhm.
And why we are treating the agent in that way? Because the mechanism we build exactly in that way.
Mhm.
Because think about all the company are has a one set of mindset. Our mindset is actually do the business like this way. Whenever we are hiring an employee, we have to treat in this way so that they are achieving the goal. So why we are not treating our AI also in the same way? So
Mhm.
once we treat it, then it will actually start performing. So our whole mechanism, how we developed it, how our knowledge hub working, how the internal system is working, exactly this is the exact way we are working.
In our past conversations, I've heard you say
Hmm.
the AI is going to make sales calls.
Hmm.
So, is
Yes.
this something that you see as a possibility in the near future?
Yes, that is very much possible. We are already working on it. I said actually that we already working on the receiving the phone call. Once it's done, then immediately our system can start giving call back to the customer.
So,
But it will be some repeated one. I'm not saying that okay sales call. I'm saying that okay some purpose driven call. You can
okay.
say like that way. Suppose in the hospital you already booked a actual doctor appointment. So 1 day before or maybe 2 hours before our AI agent will give a call to the
Mhm.
customer that okay, you have actually a booking. Are you confirming or not? Or is there any issue or anything? But it's not like that. Okay, yes or no, you are answering. You are actually doing a direct conversation with that agent.
Mhm.
So that's we are actually
So to
working.
confirm book meetings, or
Yes.
maybe if someone sends an inquiry, then a sales call goes,
Yeah.
or maybe a customer support inquiries come or something. Where is my? They are telling you your order is going to be here in another hour. Are
Exactly.
you there?
But
Something like
we,
this.
we never have any idea to build it for the cold call.
Mm-hmm.
So we are giving some restriction on the systems. There's suppose
Mm-hmm.
if a call not received from this number, our system can't actually generate a call. So those kind of lots of restriction we are actually implementing. So avoiding all the cold calling and all those kind of things.
So a lot of ethics in place as well.
Yes.
And speaking about ethics, if you know the movie I, Robot,
Mm-hmm.
it has three fundamental rules
Yeah.
that they have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything similar in aspect with Iana?
Yes, so this is interesting part actually. Maybe we get this idea actually from the iRobot. Actually, they have a three rule.
Yes,
If you are violating the first rule, it will not go to the second
second
rule.
rule. Yes.
Second rule, you can't violate the first rule. Third rule can't violate the other first one and two rule. First and second rule. So the similar way,
Mm-hmm.
what we did actually, there is a one is actually global instruction that is
Mm-hmm.
actually from our Iana side. We are making a global instruction that is actually the top level instruction. No one can avoid that one. Then after that there is a company level instruction is there. We said company instruction. So that is actually in the company level they are giving another instruction, no one can avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
And there is some general instruction is there. So that is also the third level actually instruction. So now whenever we are placing the instruction, now a new person actually join on the company and they upload the new knowledge hub, new document, new information. If it is not actually fulfilled with that instruction or the global instruction, it will not publish in the people. You can't see it. So no one can actually change the knowledge of immediately, which is actually violating the any kind of company culture or company
The values of
the
the company.
companies or how they are actually talking. If anything actually violating, immediately it will be automatically stopped.
Mm.
So that's why we are already placed that part actually
So
there.
there's a lot of focus on ethics and
Yeah.
a lot of focus on data security as well, as you
Yes.
have mentioned.
Yes.
So you must be getting a lot of feedback from the companies that you are working
Mm-hmm.
with currently.
Mm-hmm.
So you're implementing it in different sectors.
Yep.
What is the kind of feedback that you're getting, and are you planning on using this feedback to make the solution even better?
Uh, we are getting the feedback actually. So I'm not saying that okay, as a we are getting a request for the new features. So
Mm-hmm.
that's always we are getting,
Mm-hmm.
and we are always updating some new feature. The
Mm-hmm.
current feature we are making it modified. But the thing is that our Iana also it can understand from the customer actually. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever it is actually talking with one customer, it get a knowledge actually how is actually happen. It's not like that, okay, thumbs up, thumbs down, not like other chat GPT or
Mm-hmm.
other thing that, okay, customer said, okay, this is a good response, this is a bad response. We are not carrying that thing. That is not a true thing at all.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever, maximum time, whenever customer not happy at that time, they are giving a thumbs up. I never feel that, okay, I give any time actually thumbs up for anything, for any message. So that is not the way. So the thing is, suppose every chat, every session, there is some goal is there is some purpose actually is there. Once the purpose is solved, that means that is a good chat, the good
Mm.
conversation. From the good conversation, our Eyaana can learn itself. So it can be the human chat, it can be the AI chat, or it can be the any salesperson or support agent actually doing the activity, all those kind of things. As long as it is a successful one, it will learn from there. So what happened? The If you are using the Eyaana, you can see the first month is a behavior, and the second month behavior is much better. Third month is behavior is more better. It's actually more powerful actually dealing with the people, and success rate is going up. And also you
Mm.
also mentioned that, okay, it's a goal driven. So if you are just set the goal higher and higher every month, you can see the performance is going more better.
Because when I was playing around with it, as I
Mhm.
said earlier, for different kind of businesses, it acts in a different way. There is a
Mhm.
different kind of set of goals.
Yes.
So for example, Royex Technologies, they build softwares,
Mhm.
they build websites, mobile applications.
Mhm.
So the knowledge base and the focus of the chat is
Mhm.
more to do with trying to book the meeting, trying to give the consultative approach.
Yes.
For the Eyaana's website, it's more to do with trying to book a demo to show the customers what kind
Exactly.
of features are there.
One thing I need to actually explain it on here. It is not about only that closing the deal. Whenever you are chatting, or you are talking with a customer, right? As a human, we are trying to get some more information. Suppose like how many people working on this company.
Mm-hmm.
That is not related to actually what actually the work they want to give it to us. Suppose a company comes to us and they say, okay, I need a mobile application. This is not actually relevant that, okay, how many people are working to us. But think about, as a sales company, it is very important. We understand immediately that, okay, the strength they have, and what kind of actually the quote we can actually do it, and are they
Mm-hmm.
able to buy our price range or not. So
Mm-hmm.
lots of information we can get it. So this kind of information from the customer is very important. And whenever anybody actually comes to a chat, they are only giving their name and email address, nothing else. So
Mm-hmm.
how our system will know this thing? So we are trained our chatbot in such a way that it will ask a different question in different scenario, not at the same time that, okay, ask everything. But whenever are answering the customer is answering anything at that time, based on that answer, so our chatbot will ask some question, like how many employees there, how long they are actually running, and what kind of business actually, so how many product they have.
Mm-hmm.
Different set of question it will ask. And what happen, you can see, after a certain time, is a information, that KYC information is very rich KYC information, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually the one beauty part actually of Oriana. So this kind of feature is completely missing in other chatbot. Everyone is trying to build means you just go, you just build your own chatbot, and it will start working on that. We are fully against it. It is not that simple. AI is very powerful, we know that, but it is not that much powerful that, okay, it can understand by everything by itself. You
Mm-hmm.
need to train it up, and once you train it, it will be a good response will come up. And that's the reason Yana is fully managed service. We are never going to give any simple system, go and build it by yourself. We are not never want to give it.
It's not a plug and play kind of a thing.
No.
It's more of a managed thing.
Yes.
Yes. And Mr. Rajib, you're a serial entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You've built many successful products before.
Mm-hmm.
What is your vision for Eyaana in the long term?
Uh, the main reason actually we are building the Yana is to automate the sales and the customer
Mm-hmm.
support, right? Uh, so that's the one actually our main vision. So I'm not sure actually every sector the success rate is not the same level. So some places success rate is a 40%, some rate is 60-70%. The main goal with the Eyaana to build it up to 90%, that okay, 90% support or the sales can be done by the Eyaana. And we want to go for the different vertical, different sector where is too much actually human dependent. We're just trying to actually little bit free on this thing. So that doesn't mean that okay, human will not work. Human definitely need to work, but they need to work in a different way, different thing. They can actually contribute for the company. So that's the ultimate goal actually, and not in one mood at this moment. At this moment, we are using the WhatsApp chat, the messenger chat, and the website chat, mobile application. All is coming in one channel. And recently also our we are actually bringing the to the phone. All the conversation will be done by the Eyaana. That is we are doing, but that's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is actually to be more robust. Yeah. So it can actually talk with you, it can actually visually actually see with you, and then make the whole conversation.
Thank you so much for your insights, Mr. Rajib. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you, it's my pleasure to be here and to explain everything about the Eyaana.
And it's clear that Eyaana is going to make a big impact on sales and customer support in small as well as large enterprises. And so, guys, stay tuned for the next episode, wherein we'll be having Mr. Bush, an angel investor in Eyaana, to speak more about his vision, why he invested in Eyaana, and kind of the roadmap going forward for Eyaana from his perspective. Thank you so much for your insights, Mr. Rajib. That was a very insightful set of episodes that we had discussing about Eyaana, why it came into existence, what are the features, what are the kind of problems we are trying to solve with Eyaana, and what is the vision for the next 5 years. In the next episode, we'll be joined with Mr. Bush, who is an angel investor at Eyaana. We'll try to understand from his perspective why he thought this was a good investment for him, what future he sees with AI coming in this world, and how he sees businesses adapting to the AI technologies out there. Stay tuned for the next one and keep innovating.